All right, we give praise, esteem, and honor to the Most High Yahuwah Ba'Shem Yahusha this day, John 5:39. We're going to look at some of the stuff what we looked at last year, but we just going to actually look at what those words mean. This time, along with something that I was talking with my man with earlier, and the reason why we're going to talk about some of this stuff is based off that post with my man. No disrespect to him, because I know like, he really just don't know. But it was talking about the betrothal of the lamb. And all that type of stuff. You know, stuff that we done went over before if you've been around me long enough. I done freaked at y'all knows so many different ways. And if y'all willing, we're going to freak it a different way. You know, we like putting, I ain't going to say it no more. Shayla said I can't talk like that no more. We're going to put some different work on the street. She said I can't talk like that. I'm going to try to extend it a couple more days. I'm going to try to extend it. Yeah, I think she love you.
You think she love me?
Yes, thank you. I don't think that's no sleepy cry though. Every time you walk off, that's what it is. Say you gonna stop leaving. Say you gonna stop leaving me like this here. So I ain't feeling this here.
I'm coming back.
So you better come back round here, woman. Come back round here. It says, search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you would not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you that you have not the love of Elohim in you. I know for anybody watching this in the future, you're going to be like, where's these niggas at? What they got going on? It's dark. Well, we just keeping tabernacles. We out here in Hannah Park, they cheering, crying, because they miss their mamas. They hungry, they tired, and they tired of smelling black people breath. You know what I'm saying? But let's look at Leviticus 23.
Smelling off, too.
Smelling off, that's what it is. She just told you what it was, too. Say, don't you leave me no more. I don't know what she said, but whatever it was, she meant it. They be tripping me out when they be hitting their statements, because 23 and 34 Leviticus, I know they be meaning what they say.
Oh,
yeah. Like this here. Don't you leave me no more. I love you. You love you all right over there, boy?
No. I don't want to lie on tabernacle.
You don't want to lie no day.
It's a set apart there.
And that it is. And since you said that, go to Nehemiah chapter 9 or 8 instead. He said, I don't want to lie on tabernacle. Nehemiah, man. Ooh, boy, I'm talking about this heart is all outdoors. Because we outdoors. I bet you this here, though. I bet you got a new appreciation for that dew in your house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm having fun. I'm having fun with that.
I'm contemplating bringing that fan out of the mall.
Nehemiah 8 and 14, man.
I like the way them kind of growed up on us, man.
No, we're going to leave that alone because I won't put that on tape. I'm going to do it anyway, though.
Oh, you record?
Yeah, I'm recording. Always. Cook up no work, don't put it on the street. You know what I'm saying? What I didn't like is that he sized us as if we didn't have the monetary ability to pay for these campgrounds. As if we just a group of black people that just feel like, you know what, let's ride to Hannah Park 9 o'clock at night and hang out at the campground. Like we ain't got air-conditioned homes and refrigerated food to go to. I want to come out here with you while you riding around on your golf cart talking about let me see a receipt. If it wasn't for y'all, you'd have seen more than a receipt. Because I took that as disrespect.
That was, dude. Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even look at it on no black, white. You disrespected our earning power. Because these campgrounds ain't but $100 a plot, man. For 5 days, cuz. Shoot, nigga, I made that in 2 days. Shoot, don't mad at me because you ride around in the golf cart, nigga. 8 and 14, and they found written in the Torah which Yahuwah, this is Nehemiah 8 and 14. And they found written in the Torah which Yahuwah had commanded by Moses that the children of Yasharal should dwell in booths in the feast of the 7th month. And that they should publish and proclaim in all their cities in Jerusalem, saying, go forth unto the mount and fetch olive branches and pine branches and myrtle branches and palm branches and branches of thick trees to make booths as it is written. So the people went forth and brought them and made themselves booths, every one upon the roof of his house, and in their courts, and in the courts of the house of Elohim, and in the street of the water gate, and in the street of the gate of Ephraim. So you see, they put their tents, they booths everywhere. And it says, and all the congregation of them that will come out again out of the captivity made booths. Keep that in mind. It said those that came out of the captivity made booths, because we're going to look at all this stuff we're talking about making them booths. Just a little different than it did before. See, last year we did it. We didn't look at what the words meant in our language. This year we will. And sat under the booths, for since the days of Yahushua son of Nun unto that day had not the children of Yasharal done so, and there was great gladness. Also day by day from the first day unto the last day he read in the book of the Torah of Elohim, and they kept the feast 7 days, and on the 8th day was a solemn assembly according unto that manner. So that's why you see why we would preach the word all 8 days. Because he said he read out that book of the law every day. Every day. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's not, and there ain't no disrespect to nobody, but you know, it ain't a lot of Hebrew congregations that do that. Them niggas gonna holler at you on the Sabbath and it's over with. But the key thing, right, he say, you see how long they went in between doing that?
That's a long time.
They said they didn't keep tabernacles from the time of Yahushua son of Nun till coming out of Babylon.
I say this after all the kings.
That's a minute.
In Leviticus 23.
Yeah, Leviticus 23 though. You can hold Nehemiah 8, 23 and 34. This is just for anybody who don't know. Speak unto the children of Yasharal, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto Yahuwah. On the first day shall be a Kadesh convocation, you shall do no servile work therein. Since I said that right, see, Quandra has sent me something she's seen. I'm going to read it to you. I don't know where she found it at, but she sent me this earlier today. And this is what it says. Let's start with some basic activity. This is chabad.org, where she found it from. I don't know what that is, but that's what it says. And so let's start with some basic activities which we should refrain on Shabbat. Writing, erasing, and tearing. So you can't write anything down. You can't erase anything. And I don't know what you would be tearing, so I guess it would be paper. Business transactions. Driving or riding in cars or other vehicles. Shopping.
Or your white Jew.
Using the telephone. Turning on or off anything which uses electricity, including lights, radios, television, computer, air conditioners, and alarm clocks. Cooking, baking, or kindling a fire. Gardening and grass mowing. Doing laundry. Does all this mean that the Shabbat is somewhat of a miserable affair when we sit hungry in the dark?
It's hot. No AC.
They really do this too, y'all.
Yes, they do. If we was to pull up on a Saturday morning and go over there to the whatever synagogue on San Jose Boulevard, you will see some hook-nosed Khazars getting run over by cars because they refuse to hit the crosswalk button. They really do. But nevertheless, I just found that humorous. Some of those things are accurate. Most of them are not. Why you would do any gardening or grass mowing on the Shabbat, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, though, 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. On the 8th day shall be a Kadesh convocation unto you, and you shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. It is a solemn assembly, and you shall do no servile work therein. We're going to drop down. We don't need all that. 39, I believe. Also on the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the fruit of the land, you shall keep a feast unto Yahuwah 7 days, and on the first day shall be Shabbat, and on the 8th day shall be Shabbat. We went over this last year. Any of y'all remember the significance of on the first day you'll gather the fruit in the land?
When you say significant, what you mean? Just like
Exactly what does it mean?
I mean, so to be alive.
No, I'm talking about when he says on the first day of this feast, you will, when you have gathered in the fruit of the land, you shall keep a feast. We went over this last year.
Like the
You
beginning
suck
fruits,
the
right?
spies, you suck the spies and see the fruit of the land.
No, he said when you gather in the fruit.
I just say the beginning of creation
Malachi?
and the end.
In Malachi, he say, gather my meat in my storehouse, right? What did the master tell you in the 13th chapter of Matthew?
He said the harvest is the end of the world. The angels gonna go.
And he say, bring it in. So when he's saying gathering in the fruit, this man talking about bringing you in, and then you had a feast. This is your recovering, and then I'm not going into great detail because we
Oh
went
yeah, I
over
was
this
just
last
trying
year.
to figure out where you were trying to go.
But you the fruit. He grabbing you. And it says, and you shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, And you shall rejoice before Yahuwah your Elohim 7 days. Now the difference is, you notice it mentions certain things, so we're going to look at some things right here. We're going to look at these bowls. And that word for bowls in this particular place is pere, and it's fruit or produce or fruit or offspring, children or progeny or fruit of actions.
What verse that's in? Oh, it's about 40.
Yeah. So let's look at Matthew chapter 7.
Fruit of offspring.
And then I think I want to say 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Matthew 7 and probably about 12.
I ain't standing like that.
And it says, therefore all things whatsoever you would that men should do to you, do you even so to them, for this is the Torah and the prophets. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that lead to destruction, and many there be that go therein. You know the reason why I started there right this here, man? Because he said in order for you to be able to produce this fruit, to get in, to bring it in this barn, you're going to have to enter in that straight gate. You're going to have to be purged. See, we talked about something the other day. We mention it quite regularly. A man say, except a corn of wheat fall on the ground and die, it's going to abide alone. But if it die, it's going to bring forth much fruit. You know what I'm saying? See, hold this right here and go to James chapter 5. Probably about James 5 and 7. James 5 and 7. Listen to what he tells you. To be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the master. Behold, the husbandmen wait for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the master draw nigh. Now you can swing back to Matthew chapter 7. The reason why I said that is, when you coming through that straight gate, it's an arduous process. He's saying, you know what the master told you? In patience to do what? I think it's in Luke. Let's see if it's Luke 21 that I'm thinking about. He told you to do something in particular. I don't even know if I got Luke 21 in this book. I do not. He told you in patience to possess your soul. You know what I'm saying? You know the number one thing get a lot of people in trouble is they don't have any patience. You know what I'm saying? You're told to run the race with, because we got men out here who grow food for a living, they know that you have to have much patience in growing food. And you wait for that fruit to come up out of that ground with much patience. You know what I'm saying? So if you sit back and you look at it according to the parable of the sower, that the seed is the word, and that the ground is your heart. And if it's good ground, you bring forth with patience, as he stated in Matthew 13. I mean, you have to run the race with some patience. That if you want the fruit to develop, you got to have patience. See, most people have no patience. They want what they want when they want it. And when it don't come at the time where they desire it, they move too fast. Then they don't end up bringing forth no fruit. And then you end up looking like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Because you couldn't wait. A lot of people can't wait. You know, the book tell you all the time to wait. You gotta go there. I'll do it with Luke 21. I just ain't got it in my book. I ain't got that page in my book. Luke 21 and about 14. Make it 12. Sound like she got popped. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what you shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and a wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. Now I know some of y'all seen some of the stuff that these brothers been asking about that they don't really know. You know what I'm saying? They don't really know. There's a lot of stuff that brothers don't really know. Because if they knew, they wouldn't ask the questions how they'd be asking. You know what I'm saying? We sometimes that we forget that people don't know, bro.
Let's go back to Moses.
What's that?
I'll put it in your mouth what you shall say.
Yeah, but he talking about in the face of your adversaries. That go to that there though. But you got plenty of times where there were people who stood up. You know, he told Elijah what he was gonna say to Ahab. You know what I'm saying? Elijah didn't even meditate what he was gonna say to Ahab. Elisha ain't even meditate what he was gonna say to the king of Syria. Ain't none of them boys sit back and meditate what they were gonna say. He put a word in their mouth and they told him what it was. It's the same thing with Jeremiah when he was in the face of his adversary. When they had him in the prison, he didn't sit back thinking about what he was gonna tell him. He said, surely if you kill me, know you got innocent blood on your hands. Let that be known. And he ain't got nothing more to say after that. And there wasn't nothing they could say. Matter of fact, one of them say, man, don't kill him. Just put him in the prison, man. We don't want no trouble. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, you can use that in that instance as well, but then we looking at the framework of what he talking about. He talking about when you being persecuted wrongfully, don't even think about what you gonna say. Cause I'm gonna put something in your mouth on what you gonna say. And these niggas ain't gonna be able to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I remember sometimes my homie would be like, oh boy, you know if he with you, if your enemies don't. Sometimes you can shut people mouth. Sometimes you not. You know, Paul say, you know, we got to gum up. Look at Titus chapter 1. We come right back to Luke 21. Look at something Paul said. We won't get too far off track. But look at something Titus chapter 1, man. Probably about verse 12. Not verse 12, about verse 9. Now, this is talking about a bishop in verse 9, or a pastor. He's ending his conversation, what he writing to Titus about a pastor. He say, holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. See, a gainsayer is somebody who speak against the word. So if you've been taught sound doctrine, you would be able to convince and persuade them that what they talking about is wrong. You know, it's a lot of times y'all might see me say something to somebody and I'll just reference the book like if it's online. I'm not posting those 67 scripts. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear the word, man, hit my line. I go for anybody, you know what I'm saying? That ain't just I'm singling this person out or this person out, like, because you just know because y'all seen me do that today. But it's also somebody I know, so I'm going to tell you, you can just call me, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to do that on him, you know what I'm saying? You my nigga, you can call me. But I do that with regular dudes. One dude asked me to drop the script on the page, I say, this is what you do. Call this number right here. Put these 10 numbers in your phone and go ahead and get your game on, bro, because I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not posting scriptures for niggas to sit back and it's turned into 700 comments, nigga. I'm not on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on that. And he said, what he say, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Now we gonna put the deceiver part in there right now. When he say vain and unruly, that means there's a lot of people who are out of order and there's a lot of people who use worthless words. And especially amongst our people, it is a lot of vain and unruly talkers who just run their mouth and they don't know what they're talking about. He says, one of them, he say, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. He said, these men must be stopped. You know what I'm saying? So there come a time where you got to swing around. So now you know that's why we did that with that Luke 14, man. I just got to be stopped. You not just finna hear that and let that slide. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you just lied. And told a bold-faced lie at that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of brothers. You come back to Luke 21. It's a lot of brothers that just feel like you hating on them or you trying to get a name. Because these dudes really think they famous, bro. Like, nigga, no one knows you niggas outside of the internet. Mm-hmm. If a nigga's not on Facebook, man, niggas know y'all because people run in these circles. But if we go outside in front of the real world and ask, do you know who such and such is? No one knows who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of brews that really think people know who they are, bro. Nobody knows who you are, man. You are a narcissist, nigga. If you think somebody knows who you is, man. If you walk around amped up off Facebook notoriety, you need to get a life and some money, and possibly a woman. I'm serious though. If a nigga walk around talking about he famous off YouTube, bro, or Facebook or Instagram for posting a word, you's a sucker and a square. That's how I see that there, man. Nigga, they know who I am. Who know who you is, nigga? Let's walk in the...
Got them by the 10,000s and 100,000s.
Man, let's walk out in the middle of Duval County right down Hemming Plaza when the people running at their food trucks ask them niggas, do you know who the nigga is? These niggas know who Creflo Dollar is. They know who TD Jakes is. These niggas are famous. Nigga, TD Jakes got a TV show now. Niggas got a talk show. I seen this nigga with some extra small pants on the talk show too.
Tight clothes. That nigga love tight clothes.
Indeed he did. Indeed he did. But for real though, this nigga got a talk show on ABC, nigga.
You get money.
That's famous, nigga. You niggas ain't got no talk show, nigga. You nobody around here trying to tell me about, so how you doing, Mr. Walrus and Mr. Jakes? Nobody's doing that. Come on, man. Where we at? Verse 14. Make it 16. He said, you shall be betrayed by both parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not a hair of your head perish. And patience, in your patience, possess ye your souls. Remember he say, be patient until the coming of the Lord, to the master, man. You got to be patient. Because there's a lot of things that you might have to endure and deal with, and you're going to have to be patient. Because he say you got to bring forth their fruit. So if you... What the word say? So when you look at a boughs of goodly trees, right? Let's look at that word for goodly. Come back to Leviticus 23. You hold Matthew 7. We coming right back to it. When we look at goodly, that road is hadar, and it's an ornament, splendor or majesty. So when you sit back looking at it, it's an honorable fruit. You understand what I'm saying? Honorable fruit. This is, when we look at the word for goodly boughs, for the Hebrew word for boughs is fruit. For the Hebrew word for goodly, it's going to give you honorable or majestic or beautiful. What?
It's like 5 raccoons running up.
Yeah, bro, I just had one run by mine. That's why I wasn't straight.
Don't leave nothing up. Yeah, like it's somebody else pulling up or something.
Right.
Bro, look at them, bro.
There's a lot of them.
Put them like 5, 6 of them.
Yeah, I don't mess with them. The raccoon will carry diseases, though. So,
They bite you, that junk.
and it's time to go to bed. All you need is all you need to do is get a nice stick and bap that nigga upside his head.
That's all I'm saying.
That's my back, that nigga is 6 something, bro.
What you mean, nigga? Swing, nigga.
Stick game good.
Shoot, my stick game on point. Shoot, that nigga see his homeboy brains on the carpet. I bet them niggas fall back.
Like, what's that? What's that?
One thing about it, boy, you hit one of them niggas hard enough, I bet he say, you know what, I'll retire for the evening. Them rabies can come, and his homeboy better bring it.
Okay.
That's like busting a pistol and you scared to squeeze it again. He might keep running. He might keep running. Better pull the trigger again.
Keep it coming, bro. I need some laughs.
Straight up, man.
Oh, it's down.
Please keep it coming, bro.
Who? Man, I will bash that nigga. Give me a stick.
Can't even see him.
I bet I see enough to hit that nigga in the mouth, though. Nigga ain't finna give me. Hey, nigga ain't finna give me no rabies, nigga. I wanna live. Straight up.
Amen, bro. Now you preaching. Now you talking.
Ooh, I'm telling you, I'll work that nigga. I'm talking about that nigga. That's right. That raccoon they ain't gonna turn to Rodney King, nigga. I'm gonna beat the snot out this nigga. Boy, I can't get bit by no coon, boy.
You gotta take about 10 shots in the belly.
That nigga said Rodney.
I'm gonna beat this nigga like, can we all just get it? No, we can't get along, nigga. Wow. Wow. Niggas churn around here, man. Shoot. That nigga bite one of mine, nigga. Shoot. I mess around, you tell that nigga do that nigga on whatever move, that bite, that nigga bite. Don't say that. There probably some white folks say, we get some good coon, barbecue. I was in prison. I tried to give us some barbecue raccoon. I look like, nigga, oh, you know raccoon, nigga. Want no raccoon, nigga? It's good. It's dog meat. You eat it then. But listen, though. Goodly fruit. Goodly fruit. So let's see. Listen, it makes sense now because this is what your booth is supposed to be made out of. Y'all hear me? This is what your booth's supposed to be made out of. The first thing he said you supposed to make your booth up is of goodly fruit. So that means the first thing you're supposed to be making of your mortal body is of goodly fruit. You know what I'm saying? Honorable fruit. How else you gonna be making yourself honorable fruit? There has to be a transformation in the mind. Come on back to Matthew chapter 7 though. We in what, verse 14? What is Leah's problem? Oh, that's Lizzie. Oh, that's Iggy. That's Iggy. Because the straight is the gate and narrow is the way which lead unto life, but a few be there that find it. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bring forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bring forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bring not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire, whereby by their fruits you shall know them. You know what I'm saying? So we know from Matthew chapter 12, he tells us that, let me make sure I quote the man correctly. By abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. You know what I'm saying? And he said the same thing here. So you have to look at what type of fruit are you producing. Because see, you can produce bad fruit. How do we know you can produce bad fruit? What can we look at in the Torah and see what the production of bad fruit?
Adam and Eve.
Adam was saying that not just with Cain, he just brought old raggedy offering. But the fact the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, it was fruit, but it wasn't good fruit. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, it was a corrupt fruit because it came from a corrupt tree. You know what I'm saying? So when we turn around and we look at, this is what he's saying you're supposed to be doing with these booths, is constructing a home. And the first thing in this temporary home that you're supposed to be producing is good fruit. Look at Isaiah 59 and 20 real fast. Before we look at what that is in 1 Corinthians 3, I think is what I'm thinking about.
Hey, what them condoms?
Up your butt and round the corner.
I ain't heard that until
Nah.
I need to catch this up.
59 and 20. Isaiah 59 and 20. And it says, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression, and Jacob saith Yahuwah. And this is my covenant with them, saith Yahuwah. My ruach that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith Yahuwah, from henceforth forever. Now there's a reason why I read this. We're going to go read Matthew 13. Because he said, out of your seed. When we sit back and we look at boughs, that's progeny. You know what I'm saying? That word pere is progeny or fruit or offspring. You know what I'm saying? So we sit back and look at it. You're building this booth. You're supposed to become the offspring of Elohim. This is what it's telling you. The offspring of Elohim is honorable. So we're supposed to be carrying ourselves in an esteemed fashion, respectable and honorable. Look at Matthew 13. Look what this man tells you. That would help if that was 13. 13 and 23. That's all we want. Because we know the seed, the good seed, the seed is the word of Elohim. We know that the scepter, corn of wheat fall on the ground and die to abide alone. So, I mean, that word has to come in the inside of you. You could get Colossians chapter 3 behind that. And it's got to mortify your members. When it comes to the mortifying of the members, this is when fruit can be produced. You know what I'm saying? Because literally a seed has to die in the ground. Dies in the ground and it brings forth the fruit. Everybody, you know, we done went over the fruits of the Ruach numerous different ways. Everybody want to talk about those things, but nobody wants to sit back and realize, as it says in Galatians chapter 5, that those are Mashiachs have crucified their affections and lusts, which means forth they have died to produce this fruit. You know what I'm saying? In order to produce the fruit of joy, or to produce the fruit of faith, or love, or gentleness, or goodness, or faith, or long suffering, you have to die to yourself. See, this is what Mashiach did. He died. This man didn't even have. This man already had this stuff in him. He didn't even have to die to himself. He just did that so you could get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, we got men out here. They grow food. If you grow food, you got to be patient. There's nobody that can be in the world of agriculture and farming and be impatient. You know what I'm saying? What can we think of the examples of impatience and what it got them?
Esau.
You look at Esau with impatience. Esau with impatience. Saul with Esau with his impatience. He willing to sell his birthright for something to eat.
Well, he ain't wait for
You got Saul. Didn't wait for Samuel.
Yeah.
Got him cut off. The people couldn't wait for Moses. You know what I'm saying? Made a calf. 3,000 people fell down and died that same day because they couldn't wait.
Sarah couldn't wait.
You know, even with Sarah not waiting, passing off Hagar on Abraham so she could lay with Ishmael, make Ishmael. Which why a lot of individuals think Hagar was this man's wife. This man ain't want that woman. You know what I'm saying? Just I was explaining to the brother earlier. The custom in our tradition, you can see it in Genesis. Like the brothers keep posting that picture about Onan spilling the seed on the ground. He got killed for pulling out. He didn't get killed for pulling out. He got killed for not raising the seed up to his brother's wife because he wanted to lay with her and he didn't want to do that. You try to get your rocks off. He ain't kill him for dropping no seed. He killed him for being a nigga. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But it's the reverse though. That same token. If a woman in Eastern culture couldn't have a baby, I give you my handmaid and she has a baby and that baby is considered mine. It's not even hers. You notice that they don't mention Zilpah or Bilhah when they talk about the sons of Jacob. They all say them Rachel and Leah children. It says in Jeremiah that Rachel wept for a children. Well, Rachel only had 2 children. She only had Benjamin and Joseph. So you know that Rachel is a representation of something greater, something bigger. But dudes can't see that. So you have to understand that when you're dealing with people. They don't know this stuff. This stuff is foreign to them. It's strange. You know what I'm saying? It's strange. And just like what we read last week in Acts 28 with Paul, some people gonna believe it, some people ain't. And you just tell them, hey man, and Yeshayahu prophesied well of you, that with eyes you will see and see not, and ears you will hear not, and your heart will not perceive and understand that I might heal you. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? You know the problem is, y'all want to make niggas believe stuff. You want to make them accept it. You can't make nobody accept and see nothing.
They see it on their own.
They can't even see it on their own. Y'all gotta let them see it.
Yeah.
And some people say, oh, that's a Christian response. No, that's just a real response, my nigga. I can't make you see or hear nothing. Only Yahuwah can open a man's heart and eyes to see something. And if he chooses not to open a man's heart or eyes, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Because I know he don't got to open my heart nor my eyes to see nothing if he don't want to. You got a book for that, man. The book of Acts, man, to say he opened that woman's heart that she might receive the word. You know what I'm saying? You got people that sat down and heard the same word the master preached and they didn't hear it. He say the good, we finna read it, 13:23. But he that received the seed into the good ground is he that hear the word and understand it. Hello? Which also bear fruit. And bring forth some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. See, you heard the key word he said. They hear the word and do what?
Keep it.
Understand it. Luke 24:44. Remember, say the Redeemer shall come to Zion. He's saying, this is the covenant that I will make with them. Thy word and the ruach that's on you and the word that's in your mouth. So for that his seed to hear it, they got to understand it. Because he said the word, that's, before we even look at John 12:49. Look at John 12:49. We start every time we start with John 5:39. Search the scriptures. The word was in his mouth. He said the Torah, O my Elohim, is in my heart. Because lo, I come in the volume of the book. It's written of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's in his mouth to tell these people. But when they hearing it, they not understanding it. And I'm going to get to the rain because I don't want to leave this marriage stuff out. But y'all knows I got all week. I said I'm going to be here all week. Like Gilbert Godfrey said, I'm here all week. I'm in Vegas. I'm on a week doing shows all week. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me, man. Don't be scared to leave a tip in the tip bowl. 12:48. 12:46. That's real now. Don't be scared to leave a tip in the tip bowl. You know what I'm saying? We like candy. No matter what you drop, just don't leave no candy corns. He said, I'm come a light into the world that whosoever believe on me should not abide in darkness. And if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not, for I come not to judge the world, but to save the world. He that rejects me and receive not my words, have one that judge him. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. I know I better have a burger with some nice melted cheese on it by the time I get finished.
Oh, yeah, we got you too.
Hey, you better double that. I appreciate it.
I'll go take it to me.
He say, for I have not spoken of myself, but the Father. You heard what he told him? You see the key thing, what he said? I have not spoken of myself.
Some wieners over there with Will.
I mean, that man, and you know why that's important? Or what he told him in John chapter 7. He said, if any man, he said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. He said, if any man doeth his will, he'll know if I speak of myself or him that sent me. You notice that man never spoke of himself. You read Matthew 19, that man say, ain't none good but Elohim. Every time he gave esteem up to the man who sent him. Yeah, I'm y'all king. Yeah, I'm your savior. Yeah, I'm your Mashiach. But you need to be looking to him. And that's the key point that you got to remember. That's what another reason why I told y'all this here. You notice even on them poll I would tell, and it was for whoever saw it. You need to look to Mashiach. I don't care about Abraham. I do, but I don't when it comes to certain topics. I care about Abraham in this topic because he had one wife. I care about Isaac in this topic because he had one wife. Oh, rain's coming. I felt that breeze. No, I mean, it's not coming through like that there, but I live down here long enough to know it's gonna drop. Now, how hard, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real. You know when that rain come out, it'll get a little cooler.
That's what I said. Is that the rain or the wind?
Will, watch your back. Will, watch your back. Oh, he trying to come from the back.
What y'all see a raccoon, man?
Yeah.
Man, go on hit him, man. Y'all niggas like, y'all go. If you ain't gonna kill him, what you walking up on him for?
You right. Walk back.
I ain't gonna down, bro.
The more people, the more they gonna run.
No, I don't know, nigga. Them might be wild raccoons. Man. No, I say, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
I was sitting down, that nigga was less than 10 feet.
when I say wild, meaning they gangsters.
They trying to get one of them hot dogs out
Them niggas hungry. They smell that wiener.
They look like they like
there.
wieners.
Just know when y'all go to sleep, they gonna go through all that trash.
Oh yeah, I just thought, bro. I was thinking about that, bro. They are.
They better put it in the back of the truck. And you niggas better not cook him either. He said, for I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which hath sent me, he gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Whatsoever I speak, therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak. You understand? Now what I was finna go to for this here. I gotta look at what we're reading for that. Dang, I forgot. What we were going to for this here? We're going to Sunday. I don't remember what it was.
Maybe 7, maybe 12, what else?
No, it was something for John 12:49. That raccoon just distracted me. Johnny, where I said I was going for that?
I got John 12 right now.
I said something for John 12.
Like you said, that raccoon.
Well, come over here to John chapter 3 then.
Chapter 3.
Mm-hmm. I know we were talking about that seed falling in your heart or bringing forth fruit, right? And it's got to bring a manifestation. It's got to bring a change. And you got to die. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be renewed and you have to be made new. Matter of fact, don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. I got a way that I'm going to work that. Come over here to Ezekiel chapter 23. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to just go ahead and show how he make us new to bring forth better fruit. That's just what I'm going to do. Ezekiel 23:1. Since I don't want to neglect this part about this marriage, because that's what brothers was asking. They don't understand if we married to him right now. One brother asked if the new covenant effect, why we ain't in the land. Nigga, you know why we ain't in the land, nigga. 23:1. The word of Yahuwah came again unto me, saying, Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother. And they committed whoredoms in Mizraim. They committed whoredoms in their youth. There were their breasts pressed, and there bruised the teats of their virginity. And the names of them were Olah the elder, and Abalah her sister, and they were mine, and they have sons and daughters, and there were their names. Samaria is Aloha, and Jerusalem is Alohabah. Now I'm going to ask y'all a question. It said they the children of one mother. How is this possible? Who birthed Yasharal? Who birthed her? Who birthed Yehuda? How they the children of one mother? Who is their mama?
The beast,
Sarah?
Satan.
No, they ain't Satan.
What, Yasharal? You said who birthed
It said, remember now, it said there were two women, the daughters of one mother. He just told you who them women were. Samaria and Jerusalem. See, they're two daughters, but one mama.
They sisters.
They sisters. Say who their mama is. We can't say Jerusalem because Jerusalem is one of the sisters. Now remember now, Aloha is her own tent. That's what her name means. Her own tent. Then you got her sister, Aloha, a woman of the tent, or the tent is in her. Both of them were adulterous whores. So who is their mama? Cause we know Rachel didn't produce Yehuda. Leah did. Shoot, I think one of the handmaids produced Ephraim. So who their mama is?
I can look at Mashiach and Eve being the mother of all living.
Yeah, I don't think Leah produced Ephraim.
Ephraim is Moses' kid.
Well, I mean, when I'm really talking about, well, yeah, you got Joseph. I forget they interchangeable. That's Rachel.
I'm talking about Joseph. That's what I mean.
That's what I meant to say. I'm really thinking about them. Because Ephraim, Joseph's all the same. So you got Rachel's baby. You got Leah's baby. But they say they only got one mama.
They belly.
Huh?
I said they belly.
No, he just said Sarah, they mama.
Sarah. Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's Samaria and Jerusalem. You know what I'm talking about? He said they both played the whore, though. But both of them mean a woman in their tent. Ain't that something? Let's see what else about these regular hoes. Because we talking about ourselves. As a people. We were adulterous. So hold on. 2 Kings 17. When I say that now, I'm talking about us as a people. We were adulterous. Second Kings 17 and 18. Because some people didn't believe that Yehuda or Judah had been removed or divorced. Y'all do know Judah was divorced too, right?
According to Jeremiah 3, right?
Yeah, the whole house. We're going to read both of them. A lot of brothers don't know this, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Can't.
You got to always remember, you can't assume, I'm going to tell you something, 'cause I just was talking about this other day. You can't assume that everybody has the mentality that you have or the perspective that you have. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to put yourself in the mentality and perspective of other people that you might can understand them, that you might hit them. That's what Paul means by he say he made himself
Yeah.
like unto all men. Not that I'm compromising myself or changing myself. I'm
So
trying
you
to
can reach
understand how you think. That way, if I can understand how you think, that I can be able to save one or two of you, because you're not going to save everybody. If you think you're going to save everybody, you are an idiot because you're getting high. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to save everybody. Everybody don't want to be saved. Some of y'all used to like that Project Pat song.
Don't say she don't want to be. I want to be saved.
Some people don't want to be saved. Some people don't want to be helped. You can't help somebody that don't want to be helped. You can't save somebody who don't want to be saved. You can't reach somebody who don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? What can you do for them? Niggas still looking at raccoons, man.
That nigga getting close.
Get you a stick. I bet they won't get close no more.
Yeah, man. Find your stick, dog. Find something to hit him. Set that stick on fire.
Nigga sleep.
That nigga D zipping up on you niggas. So don't you run over here, nigga. Where we at? 17 and 18.
Get a stick.
Therefore Yahuwah was very angry with Yasharal and removed him out of his sight, and there was none left but the tribe of Yehuda only. Listen what he said. And Yehuda kept not the commandments of Yahuwah their Elohim, but walked in the statutes of Yasharal which they made. Yahuwah rejected all the seed of Yasharal and afflicted them and delivered them into the hand of their spoilers until he had cast them out of his sight. That means he divorced both of them. So I'm going to show you Isaiah 50:1 while we talking about it, because the brother I spoke with earlier, he didn't realize that was there. And we still holding Ezekiel 23.
Judah went to Babylon.
Judah went to, he put them all out. Like I told her, talking to our brother earlier, man, the only reason why he even...
I see that nigga. Y'all niggas.
He ran away.
But this nigga got close.
Nah, that nigga ran up though. I see.
Right there, bro.
Y'all niggas.
Nigga was right there. Nigga was right there.
Hey,
He was right there by that light.
Man, screw them niggas, man. Get a sticker, kick them niggas. Niggas got on sneakers.
I got on the slide, man. I got on flip-flopping.
Show how it's done, Dwayne Bontemps.
Huh?
Show how y'all did on show you how to do it on zone. What zone you from again?
Who you telling? I done seen Raccoon, boy. You might have to put that pistol on. These niggas here emaciated.
Oh yeah.
I said 50:1. Hey man, y'all got it like this here, man. All that extra stuff, man. Hey man, y'all niggas need to focus though. You niggas ain't focused though. Worrying about them raccoon, all that other stuff. Gonna be some raccoon eating on you behind where you going. Who you telling? Go. Tell them again, D. They don't think they hear.
They in the dark, that's why. Niggas.
Get in the light. Nigga, raccoon just like sinners, nigga. Them niggas back there fighting. I hope a nigga bitch you. Thus saith Yahuwah, where's the bill of your mother's divorcement whom I have put away? Or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you? Behold, your iniquities have you sold yourselves, and for your transgressions is your mother put away. See, I'm going to tell you something again. Look at Deuteronomy 24:1. Come to put this out here, man. We did rehab. I got to do it. I got to do it. Just because I was kicking it with the brother earlier, I got to do it. I just mentioned something to him. And I mentioned it on his post as well. Is that the baby? Yeah.
That's the baby.
The reason why I mention this here is, do y'all know the reason why and we're going to look at Mark chapter 10 as well. Do y'all know why the precept of divorce and multiple wives, do you even know why they're there?
Yes.
The hardness of
What does he mean when he say for the hardness of your hearts?
Because he knew Yahuwah would cut us off.
Huh?
wicked.
He knew you were wicked. A lot of brothers think that mean, oh, you knew you were going to be mad because your wife burnt the biscuits. Or she don't iron your clothes how you want them.
Dirty.
You know what I'm saying? That's not what he was talking about. Because we'll look at hardness of your heart. He knew you would be hardened through sin. Deuteronomy 24:1. When a man have taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass she find no favor in his eyes, because he have found some uncleanliness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send it out of her house. When she is departed out of his house, then she may go and be another man's wife. So you know what we turned around and did? Hold on. Hold this up. Look at Hosea chapter 2. Let's look at what he went and did. We still holding Ezekiel 23 and Deuteronomy 24. Let's look at what you went and did now. She is not pleased.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She is not pleased.
She just does that.
Huh?
She just does that.
Oh, she just hollering.
Yeah, yeah,
Just hollering, just a holler.
yeah,
Happy holler.
yeah. Wow.
Holla.
So I'm trying to do that. 2 and 9. Make it 2 and 7. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. And she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then she shall say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then it was better with me than now. See, what we didn't read is verse 5, right? That's what we need to read. You say, your mother played the harlot, that she conceived them and have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, my oil and my drink. Now remember now, he said you can go be somebody else's husband after he done put you out. I mean somebody else's wife after he done put you out. And what you think you've been doing? You know what I'm saying? Because he put you out and you were somebody else's husband. Because who you been laying with? I ain't even talking about since you've been over here. Multiple gods. But see, come back to Deuteronomy 24 and look what the law say. And let's see what he had to end up doing. He said if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house, If the latter husband died, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that she is defiled, for that is an abomination before Yahuwah, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which Yahuwah the Elohim will give thee for an inheritance. Do you not realize after he done smashed all these idol gods, we kept coming back? Look at Nehemiah 9:25 now. I didn't want you to know now. That man said, I can't take you back. You was a dirty hoe. You unclean. You're a dirty whore. A rotten, filthy whore. The reason why you had to say it like that, because our people need to be ashamed. You understand what I'm telling you? The reason why, I seen a post yesterday, man. It really had me tripping, man. What is it, 9:25, Nehemiah? I'm going to tell y'all this because it really had me tripping. I don't know what sparked the girl to post it. I didn't see who it because I'm not friends with whoever caused her to do it. 9:26 is good. But whatever it was, the girl was like, people like to speak on your situation. They don't know this here. She's pregnant. She ain't married, though. You know what I'm saying? So somebody on there told her, hey, I hope you have a healthy baby, but your baby is not a blessing. She said, how you going to tell me my baby is not a blessing? Because she said you had to sin to get it. She said, therefore, your baby can't be no blessing. And I can't stamp that. She said, I hope you have a healthy birth, though. You know what I'm saying? And everybody rolled on her. How could you say that? How could you say that? Say, I ain't get into it. Because she was like, you don't know my situation. I could have been raped. The first thing I'd have said, well, how was you raped? No. Then you're going to hell then. Your baby too. She want me to do. And I said that to say this. Because Hebrews love to talk about this book. And we supposed to keep the commandments. And the lady said, I just made this post about fornicators. I wasn't thinking about you. So hit dog holler. Because ain't nobody even ask you to step up to the mic and say anything. You volunteered to do that. So you manifested your sin openly. And the problem with people is, now you have a circle and a crew of people who are patting you on your back about your sin. They don't know your struggle, girl. I know your struggle. You couldn't keep your leg closed, you high heifer. That was your struggle.
So this is a person who knows the truth.
Supposed to. Supposed to. Truth be told, she's an adulteress because she's been divorced. But ain't nobody gonna tell. See, some of y'all done seen that with a lot of brute. And we looking at this right now. He said, that man said, I can't take you back. You done been with somebody else. You're defiled. Don't try to swing your stinging butt back around here, nigga. So that means something has to happen. Because we're looking at in Ezekiel 23, you played the harlot. This man say, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement? Your iniquities got your mother divorced. So that's what we talked about last week when we were looking at that hedge, right? He said, go get them in the hedges, those that are separated. That's what he said to bring to the supper. Those that are in the hedges, those that are separated. When we turn around and we look at it, what if it's separated from our Elohim? It's iniquity. So right now, it's showing us the separation. Now, we can look at ourselves as individual parts or members of his body, or seek to be members of his body, for the sake of this example. You separated from him. Why? Because of sin. You're committing adultery. Because if you do anything outside of his will, you commit adultery. Anything outside of his will is you laying with another man. You think just because you not worship an idol god, you're not laying with another man? That man say he that commits sin is of the devil, therefore you laid with another mighty one. He say you are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. So therefore that means when you do anything outside of his will, you are serving another god. He say their God is their belly, they mind earthly things. And that was Colossians chapter 3 that I wanted. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at Colossians chapter 3. 3 and 5. I want y'all to think about that now. Anything outside that man's will, you have committed adultery. You are serving another god. Now, what we gonna do with that? Would y'all say that's accurate? If he say he that commits sin is of the devil? Does not the book say he's the God of this world? Yep. So therefore, if you commit sin, who is your God now? So therefore, we've committed adultery. This man ain't gonna be able to take you back. Oh man. So then we had to sit back and see that that's where the renewing comes in, what we're trying to work to with the goodly fruit. You know what I'm saying? Or the goodly bowls, I should say. or the progeny or the honorable thing. Because he say to worship him in the what? The beauty of Kadesh, right? That's honorable, that's majestic. You know what I'm saying? Do we sit back and look at, can you sit back, and you ain't got, nobody got to answer out loud. Just answer and commune with your own heart. And you look in the mirror and say, I'm carrying myself in an honorable, respectable way. You know what I'm saying? Paul said he exercised his conscience to be void of offense towards Elohim and man. Can we look in the mirror and say that that's accurate? We ain't talking about you said son, a nigga just his booty hurt, his feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about you know what I'm saying? You know when you purposely done went out and offended somebody. Because obviously, you know, Paul was offending niggas. They didn't like what he was preaching. These people took back and swore an oath that they wouldn't eat till they killed the man. You know how much level of hatred you got to have somebody that say you'll swear an oath to Allah. I swear as Yahuwah lives, I'm not going to eat till Paul is dead. You know how serious that is? They say, boy, I ain't going to eat till I kill that nigga. Come on, man. Colossians 3 and 5, man. He say, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication. You know what I'm saying? So you guess what that means? You ain't married, leg clothed, keep your schlong in your boxers, your briefs, your boxer brief. I don't care what you got on, nigga, free ball and all. Keep them in your pants, though. You ain't got no business putting out before the shower in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, there you playing. I don't know what you doing after that, there. I'm for real, though.
2 shakes.
He say 2 shakes.
2 shakes.
Say 2 shake minimum. I'm dead serious though. You know, I mean, all jokes aside though. You know how many brews think it's all right for you to whack yourself?
Yeah, a couple.
You know what I'm saying? But that man said you need to mortify that, because see, the next thing is uncleanliness. Now, when we look at uncleanliness, not just the uncleanliness of behavior, you need to do something with them uncleanly thoughts. Because that man say, that's what it was. No, it's all good. In Mark chapter 7, that man say, and Proverbs 23 says, a man thinketh, so is he. The master told you, it's not what go in a man that defile him, but what come out of him. So as your mind is, that's how you going to operate. That man say a good tree can't bring, he say a good man bring forth good treasure out of the treasure of his heart. And the evil man bring forth corrupt treasure out of his heart. So you just sit back and look at, your actions are going to be representative of what your thought pattern is. You know what I'm saying? Your actions are going to be representative. The fruit of your doings are going to be representative of how you're thinking. Hearing what?
Nigga just making sure ain't nobody running up behind him.
What? Man, y'all ain't gonna look at man. Gonna be like this here, man. What y'all worry like y'all be like Paul? A scorpion bit him. He must be a murderer. He must be a murderer.
I just got that.
You know what I'm saying? But seriously though, man.
It had to be y'all good.
That had to be, he let him bite him. Like this here, Lil Stanley say he'll suck the blood out the wound.
No, my friend.
He say he don't love you that much then. But seriously though, man, back to the cat, man, 'cause I ain't worried about them raccoon, man. Get a stick, bust that nigga in his mouth. It's not hard, man. Nigga, I just killed 10 ducks last week, nigga. Kill this nigga. I did, though. Shoot. The car got the wounds to tell it. Shoot. I bet them niggas won't walk in the middle of Sunbeam Road no more. See my car coming, they be like, that's that nigga killed my daddy. Let's get him. But all jokes aside, though. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Real talk. This is the real talk, man. Your thoughts are representative of your actions. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want to say, but the things that you do is represented. Before you went and did something, you had to think about it first. Before you go have sex, you had to go think about that first. And I guarantee you ain't start thinking about it 5 minutes before you went and did it. It been in your heart. You know what I'm saying? You want to go smoke a doobie. You want to go get lit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say that then because let's say your situation, that was anger at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Might have been angry though. You don't never know. Sometimes niggas be having issues up under the surface. You ain't been undealt with them, and they pop up at inopportune times. All it take is, all it take is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting that out there for anybody else, because that can happen. And I'm saying that for everybody though. You don't never know. If you got something going on underlying, go ahead and get that up out of there.
Yeah.
Because it could manifest later.
Yeah.
Somebody been undid something, and where you might have not got angry. And because you got an unresolved issue, it don't even got to be an issue with another person. You know what I'm saying? Just an issue within yourself. Stuff pop off. You know what I'm saying? You have to really sit back and look at this, because what we finna get to when it comes to him taking his wife back is a renewing of her. That now she could bring fruit unto life when before she was bringing fruit unto death. And that means there has to be a changing of your thought pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, y'all might hear me clown about selling dope, but nigga, no, my mind ain't on no selling dope. I would never, ever go sell no rock. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen. I'm not on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they said, like I was telling somebody, I forgot who I was talking to. Like when I first started dealing with the word touching a woman wasn't nothing. I was gonna roll that joint up though. It had to be a framework of the changing of my thought pattern. That woman could have got butt naked right then and there on the spot if you don't put your clothes back on. You know what I'm saying? I remember there was one girl, my homeboy talking about, they said, I guess he thought I was going to hit her son. He done slid. She like this here. There goes your chance to get some vagina. I said, don't flatter yourself. I can't stand you. Well, sit down then. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious. You know what I'm saying? Besides the fact, I mean, she wasn't disgusting. Besides the fact you weren't that physically attractive. But even if I was just one of them loose penis type niggas, like, don't flatter yourself, though. Don't look me in the face talking about, there go your chance. That means you were just willing to do it anyway, and you want me to talk you up out of it right now. That's why you said that. Because if a woman don't want to give you no vagina, she definitely not going to say that. There goes your chance. Get you in here getting naked, though. But you go wash yourself. Cleanse your vagina out. Maybe your face and your mouth. Who knows? You might have multiple diseases. I'm for real, but I can, man, that's my homeboy. That nigga's, he's a whore. Like I might have been in the word about a year, so that nigga's a whore. You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna burn though. I was gonna get high now all day long. Nigga, pass that blunt, nigga. Well, who got some weed? I'm finna go cop him. You know what I'm saying? All day. I'm gonna cop that. Got no problem with it. Shoot, nigga, I got 4 1/4. I need 75 more cents. I'll figure out a blunt later. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Man, King Solomon told you in 1 Kings chapter 8, man, every man know the plague of his heart. Everybody's issue ain't the same. Everybody's issue ain't the same, man. You have some, so that's why you can't look at somebody, how you ain't gonna be able to, oh boy, I can keep my penis in my pants. Nigga, what's wrong with you? Hey, man, he might have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? You might sit back and look at it, he's looking at you, well, why you get angry so much? So until, you know what I'm saying, why you like to smoke, or why you like to cuss, or why you like to lie? Because ain't nothing worse than a nigga volunteer lies. Oh, lie, a volunteer liar? I ain't even asked you for that lie, you shot it to me. You know what I'm saying? But when you look in the book, though, and it ain't no lie, though, John Gotti said it. I didn't say, he says when you lie to somebody, it's because you scared of them. Because you ain't scared of nobody, what you got to lie for. You know what I'm saying? Look what he say now. Uncleanliness, right? Inordinate affection, evil, conspicuous, and covetousness, which is idolatry. We still holding Nehemiah 9, too. Let's me look at this word with this evil, conspicuous, and this inordinate affection. Because I think we need to know what I'm talking about. What you say, Bill? Oh, it's 11:30.
That's it? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie.
Evil cravings.
Evil cravings. See, you craving some booty, huh? Ain't talking about no man booty. Ain't talking about no man booty.
Man booty.
No, I ain't talking about no man booty. It says pathos, whatever befalls one, whether it be sad or joyous, a calamity, a mishap, an evil affliction, a feeling which the mind suffers, an affliction of the mind, emotion, passion, a passionate deed. Who can we think about who has some inordinate affection? I got somebody in my mind right now. You got somebody, Pell?
What was the definition you said?
Somebody that got a bad passion, bad desire. I'm gonna try to see who could pull who I'm thinking about. Who you think I'm thinking about? Still holding Deuteronomy 24. We're not holding Deuteronomy 24. Ezekiel 23 and Nehemiah 9.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
that whole one that killed them prophets, she had a bad
They had a
desire.
bad passion. That ain't who I'm thinking about, though. Do you know who I'm thinking about?
You know what I'm talking about?
You know who I'm thinking about?
You're thinking about Samson.
Probably ain't thinking about I was gonna say.
I ain't gonna say the obvious like Judas or Cain.
Go to 2 Samuel
I was
chapter
gonna say
13.
David.
2 Samuel 13 and 1. I'm going to show you how to inordinate affection. 2 Samuel 13 and 1. This is what I'm thinking about right here. See if this here's some some inordinate affection.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Y'all see this here? That's some inordinate affection for you.
Yeah, he was tripping.
He was tripping. Now remember that pathos, that means that's an affliction of the mind, an emotion or a passion, a passionate deed. That nigga said he felt real desirous about this.
Oh, yeah.
And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar. And Ammon, the son of David, loved her. And Ammon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin. And Ammon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. But Ammon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shemaiah, David's brother. And Jonadab was a very subtle man. And this wicked nigga gonna tell this nigga how to hit his sister.
Yeah, that's wicked.
We had some
But hold on.
wicked niggas, bro.
But hold on. Let's look at what he do now. This is inordinate affection. We ain't gonna read what he told him to do. Look at verse 10. We ain't gonna read all what he told him to do. Look like you got some inordinate affection for that hot dog. So he got some strong passion for that hot dog, you see? Verse 10, right? And Amnon said unto Tamar, bring the meat into the chamber that I may eat of thy hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made and brought them into the chamber to Ammon her brother. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her and said, come lie with me, my sister. And she answered him, nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Yasharal. Do not thou this folly, because the law tell you don't hit your sister. What type of nigga want to hit his sister?
She had to straighten about that.
That's bad.
That's bad, man.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all women this here, right? That's when you can straighten, like, come on, man, don't do this folly right here now. You ain't got to pull no book here. Come on, nigga, don't do this foolishness now.
No.
Hey, so look, check this out.
Mm-hmm.
That was from his mama and his daddy.
I believe
Different numbers.
they had different mamas.
Same day.
I'm saying why that's different from Rachel and Abraham. I mean Sarah and Abraham.
Because that precept wasn't laid on them before they
I was
slid.
just making sure you was gonna say that.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, for real. Because there's some laws that they was already doing that they hadn't got the precept for, but they was already doing. Like how we look at how they knew what was clean and unclean when we know that don't come to after that.
Like, you know, he had dropped law on him.
Nah, he dropped clean, unclean with Noah in the ark.
That was the point.
But nah, it's another point. Like
That was the point.
in Genesis 38, when he gave the seed, when Judah, when he gave the seed, and that
No, what
law
he
was-
talking about is he suffered them to do that. Then he dropped. It's the same way he suffered you to divorce your wife.
I feel like the law always been here from the beginning.
It has always been here from the beginning, but he suffered them to do something.
Right, so he just allowed Abraham and Sarah to do that.
He allowed Lamech to have more than one wife.
Right, I was just making sure.
You know what I'm saying? That woman let him know, nigga, don't you bring your nasty penis behind over here, boy. What type of nigga burning desire for his sister? But it ain't even just the fact that he did it. She can already tell he trying to take something. Look what he do now. And whither shall I cause my shame to go? Number one, why would she say cause my shame to go?
She won't be no virgin no more.
Not only that, nigga, we're not married. You finna defile me. And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Yasharal. Now therefore I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. See, what she's sitting here telling her to do is do it right. If you want to lay with me, nigga, the king will give you to me and make me your wife. But it's the fact that he was so burning in desire to be. He didn't love his sister. He lusted after his sister. He didn't want to marry his sister. He wanted to lay with his sister. That's inordinate affection. That's a desire and a passion. So, you know, it's like this here. Somebody sit back and say, they make me want to have sex with them. No, that's inordinate affection. That's a strong passion and desire that's of an evil nature. This leads you out of straight. You know, a lot of men and women say that. This person makes me want to have sex with them. No, that's a desire in your heart. That's of the flesh. That man say you need to kill that. Let's see what this nigga do now. Howbeit he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her. Then Ammon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he loved her. And Ammon said unto her, Arise, be gone. And he said unto him, she said unto him, There is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other that thou did unto me. But he would not hearken unto her. And you know he got his proper judgment. You know what happened to him, right? He got off. But you see what it was? He never loved her. That was pure lust. See, a lot of time, man, you think you love somebody, but it was pure lust. And once that gratification of the flesh has passed, then you begin to see that you didn't really want to deal with this person. He didn't want to be with his sister.
All right, so look, check this out. You can look at that the same way for Yahuwah. You feel like niggas lust after Yahuwah, right?
You supposed to lust after him.
Nah, but I'm saying like how they don't really want to follow Yahuwah, but they lusting after him.
Then they don't lust after him.
Then what you call that then?
That's just pump faking. He had a, that was pump fake. See, he had a strong desire for her, but once his flesh was, because it wasn't of the ruach, so once his flesh was fulfilled, I don't want it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because remember now, lust ain't nothing but a strong desire. See, he had an inordinate lust, which was lust of an evil nature. Because that's all lust is a strong. There's nothing wrong with having a strong. See, I'm gonna put it this way: when somebody sit back and say they got a lust for Yahuwah, they ain't got no lust for Yahuwah. They just like what the master said. When they endure for a while, when persecution or tribulation arrive because of the word, now I'm offended.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like she just said, it sound good.
So what you call that though? Like one word?
A hypocrite.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Exactly. Great.
That's why I said a pump faker.
Yeah.
Nigga, a flogger, a flawed nigga, a fake nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know plenty of people like that. Some you met in the flesh, some you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas ain't on this for real.
Who?
I say, y'all know plenty of people like this. I ain't calling no names. Just saying. No, I'm talking about people you know in the flesh and people you ain't seen in the flesh. There's some people y'all done seen through whatever medium or social media that you be on, where nigga done taught this word away. That they were faking. Because see, everybody want the benefits of Yahuwah, but everybody don't want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? See, there has to be a restraint for it. This is one of the things when we mentioned we were talking about this here, and y'all willing, we gonna get to it because I don't want to drag on too long because it's late. But it's like this here, right? Yahusha had to die so a righteous man could be married to a righteous woman. Because before, a righteous man was married to a whore. And this ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta turn around and do something to that. That's why he say if a man, he that findeth a wife find a good thing, he say he'll find the favor of Yahuwah. Yahusha said clearly, I am come for the lost sheep of the house of Yasharah. I mean, he was looking for a wife. He's trying to find his wife. He found his wife. He obtained the favor of Yahuwah. What was that? That was the resurrection of the dead. You know what I'm saying? Because he said if you find a wife, you find a good thing. But we have to sit back and look at what the book describes a wife being. Say a wise woman builds her house. Say a wise, virtuous woman is a crown to her husband. Say she's more precious than rubies. That man say a prudent wife or a wise wife is from Yahuwah. And we sit back and we can see that Nabal was a fool. He had a prudent wife, but since he was a fool, he murked him to give him to a wise and prudent man. You know what I'm saying? Because after that there, he communed or became one with Abigail to make her his wife. You know what I'm saying? So we have to sit back and look at that. That Yahuwah will make a move to be able to separate the unrighteous from the righteous and the wicked from the just and to join them together as one. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to understand that, and I ain't even really trying to be referencing on the natural level between natural people. You know what I'm saying? Because you went after your lovers and say, it's better for me with my first husband, which is going back to what we talking about to do. But I can't take you back now. That's why we're going to work this whole say 3 in. Where he say, you know what? I'm going to buy you back to myself. And you're going to abide with me many days, and you won't be for another man. And I'm going to be for you, and you're going to be for me. But for him to buy you back, that means there has to be a transformation or renewing of the mind. Which, you know, y'all willing, we could just continue on this page. That if y'all willing, people see it, it just flows in one long, continuous conversation. You understand what I'm saying? So this again is talking about bearing forth that fruit. The fruits of righteousness got to come from the resurrection of the dead. See, it's a lot of people out here pump faking, man. It's a lot of people out here pump faking, man. Like, why do this if you don't really want to do it?
It sound good to him.
Yeah, you ain't lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? But see, now the mention of what she said, the proving out don't come. It's to prove it out to actually natural men. Cause y'all already know you don't want to do it.
Right, so exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you said before, it'd be like the hype. I hear the words cool, yeah. You learn something new. Anytime somebody learns something new, they get hyped about it.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Until the the seeds fall, the trouble comes.
Trouble come.
It
You know.
sound good. They don't know when the trouble gonna come though.
Yeah, you know what that trouble be coming. You can't be a whore. Can't be a drunk. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do your who is will, not your will.
Can't do what you want to do. And their evil conspicuous is the same thing. Desire, craving, a longing, a desire for what is forbidden. Tamar was forbidden for him. He didn't care though. You know, it's something like this here. Some of y'all be looking for stuff you ain't got no business fooling with. You gonna go and do it anyway, like a dummy. Like a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, one of our sisters just had that issue. Because, well, shoot, Shayla Pop might be asleep. But Dino ain't lying. Exactly what happened to her, did I not just tell her that the week before, D?
Yeah.
And it went down exactly like I told her it was going to go down too, didn't it?
Yeah. But at the end of the day, they don't want to take the correction from man. They rather you who come through.
Slice. I tried to spare you from that. You didn't listen to what I told you. You wouldn't even been around here crying or nothing.
Thanks.
I'm trying, because I already know what's going to happen. I'm trying to spare you from that. Ain't, man, look at, man, sometimes I be telling y'all stuff, man, it ain't to tell y'all that stuff because I don't want you to do this, that, and the third. Nigga trying to spare you. Because I'm already going to see what happened. You know what? That's why I say I'm not going to tell you but one time from here on. See, I used to tell niggas 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, multiply it by 12 and tell them again. One time. That's all I got for you. You know what I'm saying? Yahuwah's only obligated to warn you one time.
And you might have been a woman.
And then after that, you know what I'm saying? You know why he warned you over and over and over again? Because he said he had compassion. I got compassion. Come back to Colossians chapter 3. That's the compassion he got. You know what I'm saying?
He show mercy too. He show mercy.
Yeah, but even in I'm saying that in 2 Chronicles 36, he said he sent his prophets up early and because he had compassion on his people in his dwelling place. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to happen to you. That's why I keep warning you and keep telling you not to do it. I don't want that to happen to you. But a lot of times we want that stuff to happen to us. So he said, you know what? I'll let it happen. Well, there, verse 6. For which things sake the wrath of Elohim come on the children of disobedience. So we sit back and see that when we do these things, that's when the wrath of Yah come on you. Now come on back to Nehemiah 9 and 26. Now these things here got y'all niggas spooked.
Oh, there you go.
Still holding Ezekiel 23. Because y'all niggas throwing me off kilter with this junk, man. Nevertheless, they were disobedient and rebelled against thee and cast thy Torah behind their backs and slew thy prophets, which testified against them to turn them to thee. And they wrought great provocations. Therefore thou deliver them into the hand of their enemies who vexed them in the time of their trouble. When they cried unto thee, thou heard from Shamahim. According to thy manifold mercies, thou gave them saviors who saved them from the hand of their enemies. But after they had rest, they did evil again before thee. Therefore left thou them in the hand of their enemies, so that they had dominion over them. Yet when they returned and cried unto thee, thou heard them from Shamahim. And many times did thou deliver them according to thy mercies, and testified against them that thou might bring them to thy Torah. Yet they dealt proudly, and hearkened not unto thy commandments, but sinned against thy judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them, and withdrew the shoulder, and hardened the neck, and would not hear. And the reason why we looked at it is you kept going, he kept taking you back, and you kept laying with another man. Come at Ezekiel 23. He kept taking you back, you kept laying with another man. I deal with the branches and stuff in the morning, man. Yahuwah willing. So what time it is right now? 11:47. About an hour and what? 19. I got to crank it up a notch. Ezekiel 23, man. We in verse 4, right? Verse 5, he said, Aloha played the harlot when she was mine. She doted on her lovers and the Assyrians, her neighbors, which were clothed with blue, captains and rulers, all of them desirable young men, horsemen, riding upon horses. Thus she committed her whoredoms with them, with all them that were the chosen men of Assyria, and with all them whom she doted, with all their idols she defiled herself. Notice that they were desirable young men. You know what I'm saying? Now hold on, get that Mark chapter 10, right?
Horseman on horse.
Horsemen on horsemen, they moving fast. They look real good. You know what I'm saying? And get Romans chapter 7 behind in Mark chapter 10, because I know I mentioned this thing with the hardness of your hearts. Look at verse 3. He said, he answered and said unto them, hold on, verse 2. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife, tempting him? And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you? And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away. Yahushua answered and said unto them, for the hardness of your heart he wrote you this precept. But from the beginning of creation Elohim made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. You know, that precept was, a lot of brothers read that divorce and they think that was written for you. For you to go ahead and say, you know what, let me get another wife. He say, man, that was written for the hardness of your hearts. Look at Hebrews 3 and 14, man. See what that hardness of your hearts is. Three and 12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living Elohim. But exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. See, that's what you just seen with Ammon when he wanted. His heart was so hardened against the word that he wasn't going to hear nothing when she was telling him not to do that. When you look at the men that tried to bust Lot door down, their heart was so hard, they wasn't trying to hear that. Them men in the book of Judges in the 19th chapter, when they came to the man door, they wasn't trying to hear that. That's the same thing we seen in Nehemiah chapter 9. So when he was talking about the hardness of your hearts, he wrote you this precept. It's because he knew that you were bucking. See, look at Deuteronomy chapter 9 to back that up. Just so you know. Just so an ignorant nigga don't think, man, that man he ain't around here for you to get another wife. He knew you were going to buck him. Deuteronomy chapter 9. Verse 4. Y'all still messing with them animals, man? Kill all them niggas, man. Nine and 4, man. Speak thou in thy heart. After that, Yahuwah thy Elohim have cast them out from before thee, saying, for my righteousness Yahuwah have brought me in to possess this land, but for the wickedness of these nations Yahuwah doth drive them out from before thee. Not for thy righteousness or the uprightness of thy heart do thou go to possess their land, but for the wickedness of these nations Yahuwah thy Elohim doth drive them out from before thee, that he may perform the word which Yahuwah sware unto thy fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand therefore that Yahuwah thy Elohim give thee not this good land to possess it for thy righteousness, for thou art a stiff-necked people. So that means the only reason why you wasn't getting cut off, because he already knew you were hard of heart. This man law say, boy, if I get rid of you, I can't take you back. He had to make up a plan. You know, he said they were desirable young men. It's the same way he sit back and he tell you not to desire evil things. We read that in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 the other day, that they were written for an example that you should not lust after evil things. And that's what happened with Samaria. They seen the Assyrians, and they were desirable, and they lusted after evil things. How many of y'all can sit back and say in your lifetime, lusting after evil things got you in a bad spot? I would hope that everybody would be honest and say lusting after evil things got him in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? Having a desire, lusting after evil things, lusting after his sister got Ammon killed. So we have to sit back and look at that example of lusting after evil things gonna get you killed. You know what I'm saying? Where we at right now? Come on back over here to Romans. That's right, Romans said about 12. That's Lizzie. Yeah, that's Lizzie. Lizzie crazy.
Romans chapter 8.
7 and 8. Lizzie is crazy. Lizzie around there roaring. Yeah! He say, but sin taking occasion by the commandment wrought in me all manner of conspicuous. It wrought man in all. We are just looked at that, right? That's a lust or a passion. Sin brings forth all manner of evil desire. That's why I tell you, you got to change your thoughts. What you think about is going to manifest that. For without the Torah, sin was dead. For I was alive without the Torah once. But when the commandment came, sin revived and I died. And the commandment which was life unto me, I found it to be death. So you can sit back and you can see, why was the commandment under death? Because of the hardness of your heart. Because you departing from this man in your thought. Before you commit a sin, you got to depart from this man in your mind.
Because he ain't what's with the sin now.
You have to depart from this man in your mind. See, now we talking about if the good seed fall in the good ground, it bring forth fruit because you hear the word, you understand it. See, I mentioned Luke 24, but we ain't go get it. That man say, these are the things written in the law of Moses and in the Psalms and in the prophets concerning me. And he opened their understanding that they may understand the scriptures. So then you understand in the scriptures how everything relates to him. That means you're going on what we read. You can read in Philippians, you can read in Peter, where he's telling you to take this man mind on. So if you taking this man mind on, you thinking how he thinking. See, y'all ain't thinking how he thinking. To depart from the living Elohim is to remember we looked at. He said, "Let's show us the mind of the mind of Yahuwah," and it literally meant his thoughts. You know what I'm saying? His words. This man tell you repeatedly to lay up his words in your heart. All through the book of Proverbs, he tell you to do this. In Deuteronomy 10, he tell you to do this. He tell you that Torah is, he say the righteous, the Torah is in their heart. If this man's word is in your mind, that's what's going to direct your thoughts. Then if it directs your thoughts, it's going to direct you. What you think this man going to magically come and move your steps?
That's what most people be thinking.
What's going to move your steps is the laying up and the storing of the word in your heart and in your inward part. And that is what's going to direct you in the way that you ought to go. So when you find yourself departing from this man, it's because you are departing from his word in your mind. Wherever you lay your heart at, that's where it's going to go. Why did you think he told you to guard your heart, for the issues of life proceed out of it? So if you don't guard your mind, then of course you're going to let carnal thoughts enter in your mind, selfish thoughts come into your mind, lustful thoughts come into your mind, and you're going to walk straight to that. If people wonder why this person don't do this and this person do that, it's because of how they think. And it's because of the fruit. The man told you by their fruit, you're going to know them. So if you're going to know them by their fruit, then you already know by their actions what they're doing. You know where their thoughts at. Like, you know what I'm saying? You sit back and I wouldn't care what nobody talking about. If you sat back and you ain't did something for 6 months and you turn around and you do it like that, I mean, you've been thinking about doing it. Like, nigga don't sit around and start selling rocks and he ain't been thinking about selling no rock. Don't no woman think about tricking and she ain't been thinking about tricking. Don't nobody think about you don't sit back and say, I want to go on a trip to France or Belize, and you ain't been thinking about it. It's very few things that people do that are literally spur of the moment. You know what I'm saying? And especially actions. Most actions are not spur of the moment. You know what I'm saying? And if you got any type of sense, anything you do supposed to be calculated anyway. If you do stuff and you ain't calculated it all the way out, you're not very skillful. You out here playing checkers. You know what happened when you play checkers, right? You know what it mean when you play checkers? You know what it mean when you play checkers? Will, you know what it mean when you play checkers? Huh? I mean, you're playing with churn.
Chess, you got to think 2, 3 hit moves.
I mean, little kids play checkers, man.
Yeah.
What about the old heads at the park?
Churn. Big grown rusty nigga talking about king me.
You skip about 4 or 5 times.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, grown people play all type of stuff, but checkers is a children's game. Doesn't take much thinking or skill to play checkers. Well, that's why people always say it's chess. It ain't checkers. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to think much when you play checkers, man.
My bad.
All you got to do is just move a thing to a space to jump over a nigga thing. But you have the plot, plan, and strategy. And when you play checkers, there's no. I'm making this move for this because I'm hoping you counter to make this move. I just want to get all your pieces off the board. When you play chess, you might have moved a pawn for the specific purpose to try to entice this nigga, take this piece so I can move this piece back behind him and bam, bam, bam. Well, I done seen a nigga get checkmated in 3 moves, boy. That's the least amount of moves you can do to checkmate a nigga.
One nigga was raw, one nigga was trash.
Well, the nigga was trash, but he was setting him up. He knew how the nigga played. So he knew if I do this here, I know he gonna take this piece. And he did it. Then it was bam, bam. And it was over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? In real life, I'm calculated. On chess, I get bored with it. I don't really like playing it. It don't hold my attention. Madden hold my attention longer than that, and that ain't only gonna hold my attention for so long. Because football is a game of chess. You hear them when you watch a game, they say they're playing a game of chess. Because I'm trying to outguess you. I'm trying to guess what you're doing. You're trying to guess what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep you off balance and my play calling so you ain't even on what I'm on. And you know what the word party is? That's what Satan like to do. He like to keep you off balance. So you don't know what he got coming. That's what his children like to do. See, Yahuwah don't keep you all balanced. Like I told you, a dude said, Yah reveals things at the last minute. Bet you lied, nigga. Where can we read Yah revealing something at the last minute? This man told us stuff that was going to happen 2,000 years before it happened. Oh, boy, my stomach is rocking very decently. Come on back to Ezekiel 23, man. We got to wrap this whole thing up. We started in one direction, went in another. Still tied both of them in, but not how I would like. Look at verse 10, because we got to read about her sister. Say, these discovered her nakedness. They took her sons and her daughters and slew her with the sword, and she became famous among women, for they had executed judgment upon her. And when her sister Alohabah saw this, she was more corrupt in her inordinate love. There's that word. Inordinate love. Than she, and in her whoredoms more than her sister in her whoredom. So you know what he told? He told you Judah was worse than Israel. That's what he's telling you. Judah was worse. She doted upon the Assyrians, her neighbors, captains and rulers, clothed most gorgeously, horsemen riding upon horses, all of them desirable young men. Then I saw that she was defiled, that they took both one way. That she increased her whoredoms, for when she saw men portrayed upon the wall, the images of the Chaldeans portrayed with vermilion, girded with girdles upon their loins, exceeding to dyed attire upon their heads, and all of the princes to look to after the manner of the Babylonians of Chaldea, the land of their nativity. And as soon as she saw them with her eyes, she doted upon them and sent messengers unto them to Chaldea. This man said they even went to go holler at them. You know who sent messengers unto Chaldea? You know who he talking about? Who he talking about?
Chaldea is who?
Who sent messengers to Babylon?
What was it? Isaiah?
Huh?
Sent messages to Babylon?
Sent messengers to Babylon.
Oh, Jeremiah was a prophet of Babylon.
It was one of the kings.
Yeah, Hezekiah sent messengers to Babylon. Got him in trouble too. Got him in trouble too. You got to remember, Ezekiel is prophesying in Babylon. He's speaking to Judah. They know who he talking about. We will look at the story later because we just finna get ready to cut this short. They know who he was talking about. You know, and you know what that be messing you up at? You going to holler at them sinners. What you going to? You see what a sinner got? You want to go holler at them. That's why Psalms 37 say don't envy sinners nor anything that they got. You know what ends up happening to Yasharal? We see what these sinners got. That's why the brothers were probably asking, should we pay taxes? You trying to say them people evil, but you don't. You lusting after what they have. You want to keep it. Cause what you keeping it for? You just trying to go cop something. That's all you trying to do. Ezekiel 37:16 though. And so we didn't read all this here, right? Because he's going in. This man said, I put them all up out of here. He said, I got to make them drink and suck the breast and break the shards and pluck their own breasts and put them up out of here. But then he also turned around and said how he will, after he recompense for them for their lewdness, that he'll bring them back. See, he also said that he would make her famous after she got smashed, right? That was telling you what the master told you in Luke when the time of the Gentiles come. You became famous at the destruction of Jerusalem. So you didn't get real famous when Babylon came through. You got to remember, they already in Babylon when he telling them this. So all he was getting ready to tell Jerusalem what was going to happen to us, what the master told you was going to happen. And we'll look at that in greater detail as the week goes on. Ezekiel 37, though. Just make this quick and brief. Got through off on the late start, man. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Yehuda, the children of Yasharal, his companions, and take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, for all the house of Yasharal, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, What wilt thou not show us what thou mean by these? Say unto them, Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Yasharal his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Yehuda, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. And the sticks wherein thou write shall be in thy hand before thy eyes. You saw what he said? The stick that they'll write will be where? What you usually use with a stick. What a stick is. Come on, hold on. Come out Leviticus, man. I'll throw a free one out there. Now, when he say a stick, it'll be a stick in your hand. So we're going to look at something in this Leviticus, which I had in my mind to do this here before we even got here. My phone finna die though. So it'll be a stick in your hand. So don't stick in your hand. When you sit back and we look at take you goodly trees or branches, that word for branch there is coffin. You know what it is. You know what that is then?
Coffin.
So that your palm, your hand, your soul, the palm of your hand, a hollow or flat of the hand. He said you need to take that stick and it be one in your hand right before their eyes. So what you think that means? If he say take a stick and make them one right before your eyes. This is also one of the things he said to take these goodly branches to build this booth. And he said you make sure you do it right before their eyes. Because what I'm actually sitting back looking at is we'll go into it and not go into greater detail. Hamashiach is that booth. That booth that's constructed right there, that's him. Why would he sit here and say a goodly branch is a hand?
The right hand, and then you got John 15.
This man just said that I'm your hand, that this is a hand. He just told Ezekiel, just told you take this staff and put it in your hand right before their eyes so they could see it. He said this. He said, what do you mean by these when he make them one? John 10 and 16. After that, Ephesians chapter 5. All we just we basically sit back also showing you how the man got one wife. And how he got one wife when he died. That's how he got him one wife. Same way Adam got him one wife when he died. Ain't hard to see. It's kind of easy. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also must I bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd. So if it's one fold and one shepherd, you know what that is. Get Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25, maybe about verse 29, and then Ephesians 4 and by verse 4. I don't have Ephesians 5 in this book. Lizzie is not going to sleep. Ephesians 5 and 29, or 5 and 30. For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones. And for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. He said you need to take this stick in your hand and see it in their eyes. And we see goodly branches in his hands. Then this is telling you about his death. Remember he said you were engraved on the palm of my hands. Where you going to get a stick from? From a tree.
Branch.
From the branch. You get it from a tree. He's saying the Elohim of your fathers, son Yahushua, whom you slew and hung where? On a tree. And when he got off that tree and he came and hollered at his apostles, what did he show them? I'm that goodly branch. And now you see the stick of Ephraim and the stick of Joseph and the stick of Yehuda is one. It's right here in my hand and in your sight. So then Ephesians chapter 4. And 4. There is one body and one Ruach, even as you are called, and one hope of your calling, one master, one faith, one immersion, one Elohim, one Abba of all, who is above all and through all and you all. So in order to make him one, he showed you that he had to die. And we'll continue on this for this week. But hallelujah for Yahushua. We stop right now because my phone. We got to stop it for now. That's about an hour and forward.